sun since we left Evansville. Will it ever shine on Illinois?
Nothing but rain and country flat as a penny.
I like mountains. Miss my mountains. We'll never make independence in time to catch them wagon trains. I should have done what I wanted to do. Sell my whiskey and head for home. You were born in this miserable state.
I came to Lanesville in 1822 with my folks.
Still the West in those days.
How do you think it's coming, Ma?
Oh, it's lovely, darling.
Spring's when we left home.
Yes. I know.
You folks still alive?
Yes, sir, my mother is. Lives in Carthage, got herself a little farm there.
Hold up, Pa!
Uh-oh. There's a nice spot up ahead, Pa. Reckon we ought to noon there.
Ah, good. I'm starved.
I think it's clearing up.
Damn sun ain't never gonna shine. Come on! Mind that fire now. Don't want burnt sausages.
You stay out of my kitchen habit, children.
Bo, unhitch the mules.
By the way, Pa.
Annabelle, go wake your sister. These are almost ready.
Bonnie Sue! Come eat your dinner. Hurry up.
Bonnie Sue? There.
Oh, mister.
There.
Would have been better if that old steak had been trumped to death.
Now, stop carrying on about it. It's all trundled up back in his sack.
I don't give a fig about your snake. That child could have been badly hurt.
Thank the good Lord she wasn't. Let's stop going on about it.
Annabelle, you quit that now and go to sleep. Go on.
I'm saying only that oxen won't stampede as easy as mules. That's all I'm saying.
When they do, they run much wilder.
Nah, it's mules that go crazy.
How would you know, son?
I've seen oxen, Paul. Now, I've seen them as gentle as rabbits.
What they use in the Army, Will? What kind of animal was pulling those wagons when you were in the war?
Mules.
Right. Because the Army knows it won't stampede.
You sure as thunder stampeded today. I thank you for stopping them, Lester. I truly thank you.
No thanks called for, Mr. Chisholm.
We done arguing about mules and oxen. I'm going to sleep.
Good idea. But mules in the Army don't prove nothing. Because the Army never did anything right as far as I can see.
Coming along, Lester?
I'm just going to make sure the fire lasts tonight.
See you in the morning, then. Bonnie Sue, better turn in now.
In a minute, Pa.
What's that you're writing in all the time?
Blank book about Louisville. I was thinking there'd be Indians in Illinois. I meant to write down what they looked like and what kind of things they ate and all that.
Won't be any Indians to speak of till after independence.
I know that now.
If you aren't writing about Indians, what are you writing about?
Just what's happening. So when we get to California, I can look back at the pages and remember it all clear.
Write about Virginia?
Not so much.
Don't you miss home?
I'm going to a new home.
Don't you have friends in Virginia?
Yes, I do.
Don't you miss him?
My girlfriend,
Who's that?
Rebecca Hanson.
Got a boyfriend, too?
No.
Oh, I bet you have.
No? No, I don't.
Pretty girl like you. Lovely girl like you.
Bonnie Sue, time to turn in.
Good morning. Did I startle you?
No, it's just...
You're not dressed for visitors.
Well, there's nothing you can see, I suppose.
Is there something I might see otherwise? No, wait. You know how old I am?
I?
Almost 30. I'll be 30 come September.
I?
You're but 17.
I'll be 18 in July.
Even so, Bonnie Sue, you give it no thought.
Ma.
Morning, sir. Morning, sir. I hope I'm not intruding.
Depends on your business, sir.
Been searching high and low for a man named Arthur Hobbs. I wonder if you might have come upon him in your travels.
Can't say as I have.
Headed west with your family, are you?
That's what I'm doing.
Should you come upon him?
Hobbs, did you say?
Arthur Hobbs. You might tell him a man named Peabody is looking for him. James Peabody.
Is that who you are then, sir?
I'm a friend of Jamie's. Just helping him out.
I'll keep the names in mind.
Much obliged. Morning, sir.
Morning. Who was that?
Friend of James Peabody. Whoever on earth that might be.
What did he want?
Looking for somebody named Arthur Hobbs.
You gotta be careful with strangers, Mr. Chisholm. You never know when one's a highwayman scouting a party.
He didn't look like no highwayman.
I know, but some of them look like preachers, no offense. You just gotta be careful.
Main thing about poker is to make sure the other fella doesn't know what you have in your hand.
Oh, I'll never learn the game. Still don't know what beats what.
Brains beats everything, Bo. It's only a fool who tells you what he has by pretending he doesn't have it. Take that rider out yonder. Been trailing us for 2 days now. Right out in the open. Just a lone traveler on the road to nowhere. There he sits, all by himself. Mr. James Peabody's friend. What's he up to, Bo?
What do you think of him, Hadley?
Think of whom, in?
Lester.
Seems fine. What should I think of him?
He's taken a shine to Bonnie Sue. You know that, don't you?
Don't know nothing of the sort. He's only being nice to her, same as to the rest of us.
You had any eyes in your head?
I got eyes aplenty, but I don't see nothing out of the way with Lester Hackett. Anyway, what's so bad about it, even if it's so?
How old do you think he is?
Got no idea.
Twice her age, I'm betting.
Nothing wrong with that. Elizabeth was 5 years younger than Will.
5 years ain't 15.
And a single swallow don't make summer, neither. Leave the man be, Min. He's been nothing but help to us so far.
I know.
Then what's troubling you?
She's so young.
She's close to marrying age, and she could do a lot worse than Lester Hackett.
I don't think I like it, Hadley.
Here they come.
Appears to me he's on Will's horse more than Will is.
There's only 3 horses. Can't 4 of them go out hunting on them.
Hey, Rabbit. Nice rifle you have here.
Hated rabbit even back home.
How are you for duck? Bo got himself a couple of...
Don't care for duck either.
Whoa.
Got myself some ducks, Ma. So I heard.
Oh, there's a little glade up ahead about a mile or so. Running stream nearby. Thought it might be a good place to stop for the night, don't you think, Pa?
Sounds fine.
Good. I'm starving.
Guys went, ain't you?
There, Dolly. Here, come on.
Now, I know you don't like rabbit, ma'am, but you haven't yet tasted rabbit the way Lester Hackett cooks it.
I've been frying and baking rabbit since I was 9 years old.
Got the edge on me, I admit. Take a look, ma'am.
Man should stay out of the kitchen anyway.
There's some who feel that way, true enough, but I've always believed it can't harm a man to get a little bit of flour on his hands. Big, juicy tomato, bought it up the road. Pair of peppers, just as green as an Irishman's eyes.
You planning on frying those in with the rabbit?
For a dish tastier than anything you ever had.
Where'd you learn how to spoil rabbit that way?
From a French trapper I met in Missouri. That man could cook them. Make a person think he died, gone to heaven. Just about ready now. Lots of pepper, a little salt. Just a dab. Pity we don't have any garlic.
Garlic?
Aye, ma'am, garlic, you'd be surprised.
It'd make that rabbit jump right out of that pan.
No, ma'am, you take my word. What you do need is a couple of those biscuits to sop up all that good sauce that rabbit will be simmering in. Makes my mouth water just to think of it.
Got ourselves a good hot fire. Gonna set our rabbit a-frying in that juicy tomato and green peppers.
Mrs. Chisholm, I can all but taste it now.
I never knew a man take so much joy in cooking.
And why not, may I ask? Is it fair we only get to do the eating?
Beginning to smell good at that.
Only missing some of that garlic.
For being a help to this family, I thank you, Lester. I thank you sincerely.
I bet now we're gonna see Mr. James Peabody's friend come riding by just as plain as day. His partner ought to be somewhere behind him. Keep a watch, Bo.
What makes you think there's 2 of them?
At least 2. Unless the man's a bigger fool than what I take him for. It's like seeing a single mouse in your barn. You know there's got to be a whole army lurking someplace.
There he is. Sure as rain.
Remember that when you're in Indian territory.
That's worth knowing. Thank you, Lester. But what do they want, a pair of them?
Maybe 3 of a kind. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? Penny for your thoughts?
Ah.
Private thoughts? Secret thoughts?
Silly thoughts.
Like what?
Oh, like those a 17-year-old girl might think.
Almost 18.
Aye, almost.
You've been wondering where I was?
Now, why would I be wondering that?
Well, I was dozing in the wagon.
Is it true everything Bo's told me about you?
Oh. I don't know what he's told you.
You're a big riverboat gambler?
Oh,
And a sharpshooter had himself a Kentucky rifle and 2 Spanish pistols?
it's true enough I had the guns, but I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with them.
You went off to fight in the Black Hawk War?
Yeah, that's true.
Did you kill anyone?
Well, I killed my share.
How many?
3 braves. That was a long time ago.
No, Lester.
Lester?
About time we had a little chat, don't you think?
As you say, Will.
Go catch up with the wagon, girl.
Will.
Go on, do as I tell you. I'll ask you plain, Lester. What are your intentions?
My intentions are as plain as your words.
Ain't got your answer yet.
What would you have me say, Will?
I'd have you speak for her, leave her be.
I haven't harmed her.
Well, better not, or I'll break every bone in your body.
Will,
No. Will me not. If you're serious about her, then talk to my father. And if you're not, there ain't a man here to have you trifling with her.
I'll talk to your father.
When, Lester?
When I muster the courage. It ain't easy, Will. I'd just as soon face a band of wild Indians.
Ain't easy, nope.
You were married.
Aye?
I know of your loss, and I sympathize. I do. But when you asked for her hand, now weren't you all a tremble?
I was, yes.
Will you help me then? Will you talk to him first?
If you're man enough to deserve her, you ought to do your own talking, Lester. Have you asked her yet?
No, I haven't.
Might be a good place to start, don't you think?
Let's stock up here, men. Looks like a good town to sell some of our whiskey and make a profit.
Bonnie Sue, we'll be in St. Louis in less than a day now,
Yes, I know that.
which is where I was planning on leaving you and your family.
Yes, I know.
But I've been thinking,
Yes?
might make that trip west with you, if that's what your family wanted. If it's what you wanted,
I'd have no objection to that.
Bonnie Sue.
Yes, Lester?
I feel I scarcely know you.
I feel I know you well.
Do you?
Yes.
Then,
Yes, Lester?
no, never mind.
What were you about to say?
I have no right. You're still a child.
I'm a woman.
Morning.
Lester?
We'll talk later.
Bonnie Sue, do you like him? What? I think he's too fancy.
When do I get a taste of the booze? Here's to the bloody revenue men. May they rot in their graves. tall. What are you getting for it?
How many gallons were you looking for?
20 right now. More later if trade picks up a bit.
How's $1.25?
You're a highway robber.
Have we a deal?
Aye.
Bring in the whiskey, boys.
I'll be wanting it down in the cellar. Let me open the doors for you.
Not bad at all. Only the best corn liquor in all Virginia.
Whiskey.
No whiskey. Get out of here.
Buy. Whiskey.
Get your bloody Chickasaw bones out of here.
Want. Buy whiskey.
You speak English. Do you not understand it? Get out.
No push.
No push, is it? Then how about shove? Now, what were you hoping to do with that? I'll kill you, you bloody heathen.
Paul! Paul, let up, you'll kill him! Stop it, Paul!
Let go of me!
Paul!
Let go of me! Let go! Bloody savage.
What in the hell happened?
Injuns should never have whiskey.
There was no cause to do what you did.
You know nothing of it. So keep your mouth shut. You know nothing of it. It was a Chickasaw. Killed your grandpa. Pa was a drinking man. No harm in that. Just shouldn't have been drinking with no Injun. They got blind drunk, the both of them. Went down the Bailey plantation looking for women. Pa and the Chickasaw got in a fight over one of them. Chickasaw stabbed him 14 times in the chest. I wouldn't believe that story for the longest time. 15, when my pa got killed. It wasn't until years later I'd believe what everyone in town was saying about it. It wasn't until Will was born that I forgived him. Named him after my pa. William Allen Chisholm. After my pa.
No need for weapons, gentlemen. I'm unarmed.
Mr. Hobbs, I take it.
You take it wrong. Why are you following our party?
Calling the bluff, Mr. Hobbs?
I'm not just calling. I'm raising gentlemen. And what do you want with us?
We want Arthur Hobbs.
I don't know any Arthur Hobbs.
We think otherwise. And we'll find out for sure tomorrow when Jamie overtakes us.
Jamie who, may I ask?
You may well ask, you lying thief. Jamie Peabody, who shared a hotel room with you in Cincinnati. Jamie Peabody, whose money you stole in the night.
I stole no?
$400 in cash, Hobbs.
Hackett's the name.
Not to mention a fine Kentucky rifle with brass and silver inlays.
You got the wrong man. I've never been to Cincinnati in my life.
Jamie found his horse the next morning where you sold it.
You're dead wrong.
We'll know about that as soon as Jamie gets here. Meanwhile, you fit the description, and we ain't letting you out of sight.
I look forward to meeting him.
I bet you are.
Good night, gentlemen.
Wake the others.
He's been gone almost an hour. I couldn't sleep all that time worrying about...
I heard sounds. Went to investigate.
What sounds?
Highwaymen, I thought.
You could have been hurt.
Bonnie Sue, listen to me. I
Oh,
can't.
kiss me. Oh, never stop kissing me.
Oh, you're sweet. You're so sweet.
I love you, Lester.
Do you?
Oh, yes.
Tell me you love me.
Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. Oh, yes.
Again.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
In trust him from the minute I laid eyes on him. For all his knowing snakes.
How long you think he's been gone?
There's no way of telling.
Anybody hear anything during the night?
Heard thrashing out there in the woods, but I figured it to be some critter.
Ought to string him up.
You gotta catch him first, Paul.
He knows we're late. Figures we can't spare no time chasing him. I say we forget him.
You get my horse, too? Worth $150 or more, that horse, Pa.
Those tracks are plain enough heading north.
Carthage, most probably. Didn't he say his mother's there in Carthage?
How far is Carthage from where we're at now?
Oh, 100 miles, thereabouts.
Either way, I got a fair chance of overtaking you in Independence, Pa.
Pa, I'm all packed and ready to go.
It'll still be a hard pull. Independence is a good 250 miles from here.
Anyway, I don't like you going out alone after no horse thief.
I'll go with him.
I don't like it neither. If there's wagons still in Independence, we'll have to leave when they do. And if they ain't, we'll have to move out straight away and try catching up with them's already gone.
Man stole my horse.
I know what he done, damn it.
And it's Brandy. There's no way he can shout down your claim to the animal once you catch him. That means he's facing a noose. And that makes him dangerous.
He ain't even armed, Ma.
We don't know for sure. He ain't got one of them little Spanish pistols tucked in his boot.
We'll be looking for one of them little Spanish pistols.
You quick now.
Ma, you needn't worry. There's gonna be two of us.
Pa?
I reckon.
What you looking at? Nothing.
Now, I don't want you hunting him all over creation. You ain't in Carthage, you just turn around and head for Independence. We'll wait no more than a week for you there. I want you with us by the 9th.
We'll be there, Pa.
And if you're not?
Well, there's only one trail to California, Ma. We'll catch up to you as soon as we can. All right?
Ain't had no say in his family since we left Virginia. Just be careful.
See you in Independence.
No later than the 9th. Anything drearier in Illinois, it's Missouri.
Wagon stuck ahead, Pa.
Boom. And again. Hello there. You need some help?
Thanks for the offer, but we need no help, thank you.
Looks like you could use a couple of levers.
Yeah, that's right. We'll take care of it. Our boys and me.
It's Russian independence so fast is what done it.
Wasn't that at all, Sarah. Man's got miles to cover. He can't lollygag doing it.
And I still say you're Russian.
Let's get started, lads.
Be happy to help.
Thanks all the same.
Hadley. I ain't had nobody to talk to since we left Virginia.
Why, you got me, man.
Female talk, I mean. I love both my daughters to death, but Annabelle's old little girl chatter.
I heard that, Ma.
Ears like a water jug, too. And Bonnie Sue scarce said a word since Lester ran off. Let's go back and help them. They're heading for independence, too.
Can't force my help on a man, can I?
Why not?
Oh, here. I'm Hadley Chisholm, sir.
Pleased to meet you. You forget something, Mr. Chisholm?
It's written in the book, sir. You familiar with the book?
Aye.
It's written in Luke, sir. Chapter 10, verse 33. But a certain Samaritan as he journeyed came where he was. And when he saw him, he had compassion. And went to him and bound up his wounds, pouring in the oil and wine. And set him on his own beast and brought him to an inn and took care of him. Well, sir, you wouldn't deny me the privilege of being a good Samaritan, would you?
I reckon not. Jonah Cummins. My two sons, Matthew and Clay. We had come from the city of Baltimore, bound for independence, but we'd have left earlier, waiting for the baby to be born. Sarah's my second wife. We're newlyweds, you might say.
Shall we make the journey together, then?
More the merrier.
Afternoon, ma'am.
Afternoon.
Would this be the Hackett farm?
It would.
Is it Mrs. Hackett we're speaking to?
Who is it wants to know?
Will Chisholm, ma'am. My brother Gideon. How do?
What's your business here?
We're looking for your son, Lester.
He ain't here.
Has he been here?
What do you want him for?
We owe him money, ma'am. Want to see he gets it.
How much you owe him?
Close to $40.
Just leave the money here with me.
Will he be coming back soon?
Can't say when he'll be coming back. I'm his ma. I'll see he gets it.
Oh, I'd much prefer to place it in his own two hands, ma'am. It was him as lent it. It's him should rightly get it back. Do you know where he's going, ma'am?
Can't say for sure. Iowa territory, I guess.
I'm much obliged, ma'am, but we'll keep looking around.
Won't do you no good. I told you, he's on the way to Iowa.
What do you think? A lion in her teeth. Knew to expect us and was ready for it. Let's ask around town, find out if anyone's seen him in the past day or so. Come back out here tonight, watch the house all day tomorrow. If he ain't showed up by then, we'll do what we promised. That sound all right to you? Let's get something to eat in Carthage, too, while we're at it.
I've never been to Baltimore. What sort of place is it?
Oh, it's very nice.
Big city, is it?
Oh, yes.
About the size of Louisville? I guess. Do you live in the city or outside of it?
Yes.
In it? Your husband have a trade?
A carpenter.
Does he have a shop there?
Yes.
Must be interesting being married to a man who can shape things with his own two hands.
Yes, it is.
Hardly puts his hand to a table or chair. Comes out all cattywampus.
Oh, yes.
My Gideon's the one who has a sure hand with a hammer and nail. You haven't met him. He's off with his brother in Illinois. Man stole my eldest son's horse, just rode off with it one night. I'm missing something fierce. He's my favorite, I reckon. Gideon is. Has been. Ever since the granny woman laid him all puny and wet across my belly. Love him all to death, of course, but for Gideon, I feel something special. I suppose it's wrong for me to worry about them the way I do. They're both grown men and know how to take care of themselves. But they've been gone now almost a week.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Cummins, stop. Well, been nice visiting with you. Bo. She's simple.
Cummins ain't much better. Let's go!
Buck up, men. Tomorrow we'll be in Independence.
Sir, finish what's on your play will costing us a good 25 cents each.
I've had plenty, kid. You help yourself.
You sure now? How long do you think it'll take us to get to Independence?
Riding hard, 9 or 10 days, I figure.
You happen to be the Chisholms?
We are?
I'm sheriff here in Carthage. These are my deputies.
Meet you.
Did you out to visit the widow Hackett this afternoon? Did you hear me?
We went to see her, yes.
I got a complaint here carried in by a field hand she's got working for. Says you was out there trespassing, abusing her with foul language, stealing 24 eggs, and a laying hen from a chicken house.
It's a lie. If we'd have stole what to eat, we'd be out eating instead of here in a cafe.
I got this signed complaint accusing you.
We didn't steal no eggs, Sheriff. No any laying hen either.
That's for the law to decide, ain't it?
Easy, Sheriff. We ain't desperados.
Nope, you're chicken thieves.
Well, that either.
Come on now, come on.
It's illegal for you to take us without a warrant.
Oh, you a lawyer? Come on.
I think your pa's lost his senses, funning around in Independence on some fool errand while the girls and I are waiting for him in this godforsaken place. Now, you go find him.
Yes, ma'am.
One of them saloons would be my guess.
You killed my snake, you bloody fool.
Come bringing no poison snake in here. Now you pick that thing up and get it the hell out.
What? You dare raise a weapon? You put that cleaver down. Do it now.
You all right, Pa?
Join me, son. Man here's about to set out whiskey for us.
Bravo, sir. Well done. I sympathize with you. I've had pets myself. Timothy Oates.
Hadley Chisholm.
Pleasure, sir. Bo Chisholm.
Have a drink with us, won't you?
Thank you.
Where's the whiskey, man? I was fixing to turn the critter loose. You had no cause to chop him up that way.
You did turn him loose.
Got out of the sack. Wasn't my fault.
Carrying a poison snake around in a bar.
Have a drink with us.
Who's paying for this?
You ruined a perfectly good snake, didn't you?
What's that mean? Ain't a snake on earth worth a pile of cockroaches.
This one was a pet.
Well, you can find yourself another pet just beyond town. Hundreds of them out there. Sometimes they come wiggling right up the street.
They better not come wiggling in here. There's a man in here who'll chop them up like green beans. Drink, Harvey.
Pa, I've been trying to find you all over town. Mr. Cummins is getting itchy to leave. He says that we gotta
Leave for where, sir? May I ask?
West, California.
In that case, won't you join me at my table?
I'm glad to.
You looking for company?
You bound there, too?
Not so far as that. I'm only going to the coast of Nebraska. Take my wife home.
Well, we won't be leaving for a while yet. I promised my sons I'd wait here until the 9th.
It's only 4 days away.
They'll be here by then.
Oh, we don't know when they'll be here, and that's the plain truth of it. Mr. Cummins wants to go. We got no choice, but...
Aye.
3. You'll include me in mine.
I'm waiting for my son.
I was in the Army until last fall, and I've been to the Rockies and back more times than I got fingers and thumbs. If you'll have me, I'll guide you as far as Nebraska.
Pa?
I know Indians well, the good ones and the bad. I speak most of the tongues you'll find on the prairie. Now, if you and your party have any sense, you'll...
We're waiting here till the 9th.
But, Pa...
That's what I promised Gideon and Will. Now, they'll be here. They give me their word.
Be it sworn that aforesaid Gideon and Will Chisholm did on the date of complaint enter and trespass upon the property of said Priscilla Hackett, and did abuse her with foul language, and did upon their departure take illegal possession of 24 eggs and a laying hen from her chicken house.
How do you plead?
Not guilty. Not guilty, Your Honor.
Be seated. Is Priscilla here?
The widow's ailing, Your Honor, but her hired hand, Anthony Logan's here.
Mr. Logan,
Your Honor?
you see these men steal those eggs and the chicken?
Not with my own eyes, Your Honor.
With whose eyes did you witness the theft?
Well, Miss Hackett told me...
You hear him use foul language in her presence?
No, sir, but I seen him ride in and trespass on her property. I seen that, Your Honor.
You ride in there without permission?
Yes, sir, we did. But we only went there to inquire.
Sheriff, you find these men with any eggs or a chicken?
No, Raj, I didn't. But if Priscilla Hackett's...
Oh, Priscilla's got chicken feathers in her head. Now, I'll dismiss the charges regarding theft and abuse of language. Fine for trespassing is $30 or 30 days.
$30? Your Honor, we rode in there peaceable.
Or 30 days.
We ain't got $30. We got but $4 between us.
Well, then I guess you owe us 30 days. Sheriff, put him on the work gang. Let him loose on the 30th of next month.
Your Honor.
Court's recessed.
All right.
She done this to keep us from tracking Lester to Iowa.
30 days. We promised Paul we'd meet him in Independence by the 9th.
I know.
They get you. Come here, you little tad, you. I'm getting on you. I got you now.
I don't like it, Hadley. I don't want to leave without my boys. They're out there in the wilderness.
Honey, they're grown men. They'll catch us. It's lucky for us we met up with this Timothy Oates. I owe it to you and the girls and Bo to have a guide. Well, I told him the mill, and there he is.
If he's the one guiding us, he should have been here on time.
All right. But thank the good Lord he's here at all.
Morning.
Who's that with you?
Well, my wife. I told you.
You never told me she was no Injun.
She's my wife, Mr. Chisholm. If you take me as your guide, you take my wife as well. I married her last summer with the permission of her father, to whom I paid 6 horses for the privilege. I took her back east, but only so far as Ohio. I learned there what sort of reception she might receive had I been foolhardy enough to take her back home to my parents. She misses her people, and I'm taking her home. I'll do it alone if I have to. I'd rather travel more safely in this party. If not, goodbye to you, sir. And have a safe journey.
If my sons were here?
Well, they're not. And you need a guide. Then no more of my Pawnee wife, Mr. Chisholm.
Let's move on.